Yeah.
because that's what they tell you before you go to
Yeah.
Dubai. And then I didn't really see that much of them, but every now and then, like in Dubai, I saw like a few supercars, like a few Lamborghinis, a few Ferraris. Um, but the Arabic culture was really what struck, was also something that struck me. Like they have a lot of Arabic dates. I was also excited to know about a lot about like the history of the Arab world, like how it sort of contributed to a modern understanding of like medicine and stuff. Uh, like visiting like old Arab style villages in the UAE. Um, looking at people like wearing that little Emiratis thing. I don't really know what it's called, but it's quite good. And plus, the perfume was really strong. And the perfume
Oh,
released, like the steam comes out, and yeah, they love that. They love that perfumes in the Middle East. And they
if you
have
had to, if you had to choose, since you've been to both, you've been to extreme cold. You know how like in the UK it's always raining. It's very cold all the time, and then you've been to extreme heat in the desert. Which would you rather be at?
extreme heat or extreme cold. Hmm, probably it's a hard one. I would love to be probably. I love the cold actually,
The
because
cold is better for you.
yeah, because like there's the cold is not going to be there for that long anyways.
I see. Yeah, you're right about
You know
that.
what I mean? But if I were to choose between countries, I like it here actually, even though it doesn't snow. I like the moisturize. It's not scorch. It's hot, but it's not scorching like it is in the UAE.
It's humid heat. It's
It's
wet heat.
wet
Yeah,
heat, hot heat,
yeah, yeah. Dry heat is crazy. It's like
dry heat.
hindi ka pinagpapawisan eh kasi natutuyo ka agad yung pawis mo. You don't even know that you're getting sunburned na because it's just so hot.
Totoo, totoo. Pero
Yeah,
gusto ko ng cold kasi I wanna be in a cold country, please. Yeah,
want to be in a cold climate.
it's like
What was your favorite country? Oh, besides the Philippines, which one? What is your favorite country to have lived in?
uh, hmm, probably the US or the UK. Um, the US probably. That was one of my favorites. To say, um, it was just like I know it has nothing to do with me as a kid, but when you're in the UAE, people have like the limited contract, and so people have a limited contract, and they're not even granted UAE citizenship. So that kind of that influences the work culture, as in no one can really make a genuine connection. They're always just there for you to either solely network and not make any genuine connection. They're just they're always kind of after you for something. But in America, like if you're if you get broke or UK get broke, you have citizenship to not keep you deported, and you could it's more relaxed there. But especially in America, people have citizenship. So I would have to say to me, even though I was British, the Americans were quite welcoming to me. Like they said, "Oh, I like your accent. Where's where are you from?" Um, yeah, the States was one of my favorite. I'd say it's a great place. Well, of course, depending on the state, but I was on the east side. I came from Florida to Virginia, so um, I'd say America's great. Has great culture. They're very welcoming, and of course, in extreme cases, like talk about non-welcoming people. But yeah, I'd say I was lucky to be in where I was now, where I was in America. So America's America.
You mentioned earlier that you want to go back. You're planning to go back to school. What exactly are you taking up?
Um, I'm aiming a bit high. I plan to take up. I love mathematics and stuff, physics.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Well, good job, bro. You're a better person than me, man.
No, like for me, I kind of look at it as in like a work. Like the mathematics for me, I look at it as in like a workout for your brain. Because
Yeah,
like reading, people look at reading as in a workout for the brain, but for me, it's like mathematics is pure logic.
yeah.
There are sets of rules in mathematics that you need to use to solve a problem. And sometimes when you're given a problem, just using the rules, it solves itself. As long as you are good at copy and pasting and just good at paying attention to the detail of what you wrote before and attention to detail of what the question is, good at following the rules, good at innovatively thinking. So I plan to take up electrical engineering. However, I know that's a yeah, but however, I do know that's a really hard course, and if I can't do that, then I would love to do like IT or cybersecurity or something. So yeah,
You know what they say, man. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. That's the thing about math. It's an exact science, bro. Like
yeah, that's true.
if you like if you get a wrong number, you can look back and see exactly where you made the mistake, why it came out wrong. But
Exactly,
like, isn't that kind of hard if you plan to balance showbiz with your studies?
that's true. I I signed up to be a part-time student, so
Okay.
um,
Where will you be studying again? I'm sorry.
AMA University,
Okay, here in the Philippines already. Perfect. Yeah,
because
that's perfect. That's perfect.
yeah, I did apply to the UK, uh, but like that was just because I didn't know if show business was gonna work.
Gonna work out. Yeah.
So yeah, I applied here now, and yeah, just I also did do a bit of studying in my gap year to make sure I was prepared, like even overly prepared for university, because like high school was just like kicking me so much bad, like
That's
overly.
good though. I like how you look at things where like high school was hard for you, so you prepare because you don't want to take the easy way out. You still want to take like hard courses in college. That just shows resiliency with you, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I uh, I did online courses like Khan Academy. I even revisited some of my physics that I learned in school. I was like, okay, I even took it back to the basics, like Newton's second law. The normal force is equal to this and that. Friction is equal to the normal force of this and that. I took it back to the very fundamental basics, such as Newton's first, second, and third law. Um, I took mathematics back, like I even looked at back in all the way back in algebra one, and then as soon and just sharpened skills and took like learned a bit of mathematics. I actually self-taught myself calculus, like
Jeez.
yeah, because I was just kind of like enthusiastic about it. So and I think it all comes down to discipline. Like if anyone wants to get like even working out, it's basically like if anyone wants to get the fundamentals of working out, doing the push-ups, the planks, the squats, basically they can just master the body weights at home before hitting their weights at the gym.
That's
Because like
true, man.
the that's what yeah that's what I think is fundamental. Like anyone can learn the fundamentals of basics in a span of 2 months if they have like I think if they have the discipline, they can improve upon that. Of course.
That's the thing with working out, man. Like, it's really all discipline. Do you know what I mean? It really is. That's why it's hard because it's the only thing where nobody can help you but yourself, bro. With
That's
working
true.
out.
That's
Yeah,
true. Like nobody can help you but yourself, and plus not only working out but like dieting as well. That's hard as well. Just watching what you eat is, is a hard thing. But it gets easier the more disciplined you are. Like I think people have this misconception that discipline's really hard because it's gonna feel like a drag each day. But like in my opinion, as long as you take it step by step, then you're gonna find like it's just a matter of habit. To be honest with you, like the first step may be like hard as nails. Like in your first day of dieting, you're thinking, oh man, I want food, I want food, I want food. When the second day, it's like, oh wait, I want food, but it comes less hard. Third day, it's like, all right, kind of used to this, bro. So yeah,
and like you'll notice, man, it's a trend here. I don't know if it's only here in the Philippines, but I won't call it body shaming because I'm not ashamed of my body. But there's a lot of things na there's a saying here in the Philippines where it's like, ang tunay na lalaki may tiyan, walang abs. Like that's not true, man. Ang lalaking may tiyan, tamad na lalaki lang yan, dude. Like they try to downplay or they try to make fun of people who are always in the gym, always working out. Like it's a stereotype that people who work out are gay or something. Like you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. It's just
Yeah,
they're just too lazy to do it themselves.
I know.
So they drag down people like us who are super determined, man. Like I
The,
always get called Johnny Bravo, but I never get called Johnny Bravo by someone who actually works out. It's someone who will get winded after going up 2 flights of stairs who makes fun of me for going out, dude. Like it's crazy. The mere fact that because they can't do it, they can't they try to downplay or they try to make you feel bad about doing something that they can't. And it's really crazy to me, man.
that's true. Like, why should you feel bad that's doing something some good for you? And plus, you're a celebrity, right? Well, you a celebrity is like, why should you be penalized for something that you're doing that's good for yourself? And not only that you do it for yourself, but once you do it for yourself, you have the influence to you have the power to influence others to work out. And I mean, there is like, I get like body shaming, and I thought when you were talking about body shaming, you were talking about guys who didn't have like good genetics, who are kind of looked down upon, like, and shamed upon. But yeah, just like people, I mean, of course they're getting jealous of you. Like, why else wouldn't they? And it's like this sort of it's like sort of this backwards culture where they're making fun of people for working out. It's like, um, you shouldn't really make fun of. It's like maybe making fun of people who are good at math, but and then yeah, it's just. But not all ordinary. Okay, they'd rather work for their living. Not all people, ordinary people, can afford to
That's
do that.
true. Not everybody does, but the people I see at the gym who work a regular job and still have good physiques, they're able to do it. Of course, like I said, like not everyone is gonna have the lifestyle we have, but that's really not an excuse because I see people in the gym every day who come in from work, like they still put in the time. You know what I mean? It's really there's really no excuse, man. And like Rob was saying, you can go home, you can hit the gym, you can choose to eat healthier, you can choose to not drink on the weekends, but it really is more fun to go out and party on the weekends. But it won't be the best for you. Do you know what I mean? You just have to choose. And like I said, I'm not dragging anyone, man. I don't think there's such a thing as a tunay na lalaki, dude. There's not a true man. Everyone's a man. If you like, you know what I mean? Like every man is a man. That I'm not looking down at anyone because they have a gut or anything. I'm just saying it's funny that they look down on me, on us for
Yeah,
doing these things that we're doing.
that's true. That's true. That's true. Just people want to. Yeah, that's true. And even if it's like, yeah, that's true. People just shouldn't really look down on you for. Yeah, I guess you've experienced that a lot, and I've as like in my I think it was in my second year of working out, or just after the first year, people started noticing like, oh wow, I'm actually quite athletic and I'm quite good, and then people, of course, they just kind of like, ugh, look at that kid. They started calling me quote unquote try hard, and
Right?
yeah,
Because they don't
yeah,
want to try, right? They're not
exactly.
trying. So
And
you're a try hard. It's crazy to me.
I think it's better to be a try hard, because like you're never really gonna know if you don't try at all, are you? It's like, um, I'm actually crazy fan about genetics and like studying sports genetics and stuff. I'm a crazy fan about it, and the best way to know your genetic potential is just to work out for 2 3 months, see how much you gain. It's like that's the truth. Like, there's no easy way. You just
And
have to.
like I don't know why we look at try hard as a negative term. Do you know what I mean? Ever since when did trying become bad, bro?
I think it's because like there's a certain threat with trying hard, so they want to, like, in my opinion, like people who are up there, they'll say to the people just trying to get up that they're trying hard, so they'll try to make other people
But if
laugh
you
at
think about it, bro, everyone who said that you were a try hard wasn't doing what you were doing. I've
them.
never had someone in the gym also call me a try hard because they know what it takes. They know that, you know what I mean? Every master was once a novice at what they were doing.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. I knew one instance where I was trying to increase the pace of how I was running, because I saw two guys that were running really fast. I was like, okay, I want to aspire to be like that. Once, like in my first second week, um, oh, I had prerequisites like squats, so I didn't gain muscle that fast, but I started running faster than most kids on the track because I was just aspiring to run
Run
that
fast because you were trying hard.
exactly.
That's the
And then
point, man.
these kids beside me, like I just run past and they're like, "Oh my gosh, such tryhards!" And I was like,
Yeah,
"The heck, I'm trying. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. That's literally it. We are trying hard, man. Like, why would you try to do something half-heartedly? What's the point? Ano yung point? Like, if you're gonna do something, you might as well do it to the best of your ability.
yeah." That's true. That's true. That's true. Just do it. Yeah, do it to the best of your ability because you know you don't know because if there's a saying you always have to do the hard work before you become talented. Like
Yeah,
if you're a novice, you have to work your butt off just to know how to lift the barbell correctly before you can save your energy and all that stuff. You always have to do things to the best of your ability because if you don't, then you won't really get anywhere. Actually, that's true in working out. Have you ever heard the influencer Sean Nelawanji?
no, I'm not familiar.
He said that you can have your workout plans intelligently mapped out throughout the week with different exercises. But if you're just plain not training hard enough, you will not make any gains.
Yeah, that's the point, man. Like, I don't know why they're using it as an insult when you say try hard, because that's really what you have to do if you want to excel at things. You need to try hard, right? The
Exactly.
guys who try hard will always beat the person who's not trying hard.
That's true. Like, yeah, you're not wrong over there. Like, you need to you need to get out there and really apply yourself because if you don't, then you're never even gonna know if you hit it or not. So yeah, it's just yeah, people look down on this as if it's a bad thing, but it's not really. It's just they want what's best for them. They're working out for them. And
But bro, I promise you, if you ask them, like, if you wake up tomorrow, you can have a six pack. Everyone would say yes. No one would say no, bro. They just don't want to put in the work talaga eh. Like, that's just it. So they look down upon the people who do. Exactly, bro. Diba? Like, it's not easy, but and then you see someone who's doing it and you're like, how come I can't do that, man? How come he's being able to do this? It's really a form of hate, man.
yeah, I think it's a form of just investing your time in it. Actually, I think for any teenager right now, I think the two best investments are obviously school and education, right? But also getting fit because if you have that great foundation when you're young, you're going to live a much healthier and happier life when you're older. So joining sports and working out hard when you're young, like I think
I
that
want to add one more thing to that. It's learning how, I don't know the English term of this, but pakisama, dude. You have to learn how to be how to be a good person to interact with. You know what I mean?
exactly.
That's very important in life, bro. That's like you said, um, education, physicality, and social ability. I don't know, man. Let's just make that the word. We'll just make that the word now. Your ability to socialize with others.
Exactly. Because like at the end of the day, like our world is built around networking and who we have interactions with, and you need uh, you need to have like an edge to not look threatening to other people, I guess, or
No,
not.
it's like, especially as a man, bro, your network of people is very important to you, because you're not going to be amazing at everything. You know what I mean? There's going to come a time where you're going to need help, and it will be how you treat others before, how people gravitate towards you. They're going to be the one, like, you're gonna eventually down the road, you're gonna need help with something in your life that someone else is good at, and it would be good that it would be good for you if you're a good person to be around, man. Like, nobody wants to help an a-hole, like, right? Like,
It's like investing your time to just be a plainly good person.
yeah, a person that other people can hang out with, Like it's not you're not a hard person to get along with.
Yeah,
Yeah. Pakisama sa Filipino trait, that means getting along with others. Yeah, dude, that's very important in life.
it's true. No man's an island, and I mean, isolation's dangerous. So you need to have, I guess, having good relationships with friends or whatever. Social, yeah, socializing is social skills. It's very important.
Iba yung pakisama sa like pakisama is different from being a user, right? Like you don't want it like be known like oh he's just a user. He just calls me when he needs something. And that's completely different. Like I said, there'll come a time where you can need well you'll need someone for something, but that doesn't mean that you should only hang out with that person when you need something from them. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
the moment you need something from them should just be the icing on the cake. The cake itself should be the actual
The
relationship.
relationship that you have with them, exactly, bro. Yes.
Because yeah, that's a problem. You think that's something that a lot of young people have faced today? Like a lot of, I guess, young people, they just come to their friends when they need something, but they haven't got that closeness that they have with each other. Like, what are your opinions on that? Because I
Before, bro, that's a good question because like I always had this lone wolf mentality. I can do it on my own. Like I don't need other people. But as I got older, I really did realize that you're going to need other people in life, man. Like even if it's just someone to like, yo, bro, can you like let's hang out. I just need to blow off some steam. Even if it's just someone to vent to. Do you know what I mean? Like you really are only as deep as the circle you hang around with, man. But then at the same time, since you're a young man, bro, I'll tell you right now, you need to curate your circle, bro. You need to make sure the people around you are positive influences in your life because you're a sum of the five people you spend the most time with, man. So if you're around people who are always just chilling, like they have no ambition in life, no goals, they don't push you to be better, they're not the type of people you want to have around, man. You know, iron sharpens iron, bro. So you want to be around people who are hungry, who have goals in life, who want to who see themselves in a place where you want to be as well, bro. It's okay to have friends for fun, like the fun time friends. That's fine. Those are many, dude. You'll find a lot of people like that. But you also want to have friends who will be like, dude, why are we going out tomorrow? Like, we have to do this, we have to do that. Like, really, you want to go to Unli K barbecue again? We just went yesterday. What happens to our diet, man? You know what I mean? You need those type of people to push you as well, bro.
that's 100% true. That's You're not wrong on that. You need people with good work ethics, and not only people who say they have good work ethics. You need people who show it. You need people who um who basically will motivate you or basically will nag you to do something because um and you also need to nag them back. It's a back and forth exchange, like um and I believe everyone's of course not strong. Like I remember moments where I've had to nag to my friends like, bro, come to the gym with me to work out. And there are moments where I've had friends and coaches
Nagi.
pushed my ass when I was like, oh, come on, push, push, push. Like, there is this lone wolf mentality that you can say you're strong enough to push yourself on your own, but to be truthful, you're only so strong. Sometimes when you just kind of flail, you're so exhausted. So there's sometimes to this point where your body or your bones are aching and your mentality is pushing you. And then sometimes even if your mentality is pushing you, other people have to push you as well, mentally, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. Exactly. Like sometimes you really burn out. It's burnout, man. And you
Yeah.
need that strength. You know, there's strength in numbers, like the Golden State Warriors logo, dude. Like we really are. Back to what we were talking about earlier, Master Chef Curry, strength in numbers. But like back to what we were saying earlier, man. It's a tribal mentality. We're supposed to be in a tribe, dude. We're
Yeah,
just lucky now that we get to choose who our tribe is. You
that's
know,
true.
and like so, like now, like just I guess it's like my kuya advice to you. Like I can see you have a good head on your shoulders, man. I'm not worried about that. But like I said, it's really about who you align yourself with, who you're hanging around with. You want to make sure that these are quality people, dude. You don't want to be the only one in your group with goals and aspirations, man.